Welcome to Health and Honesty Kitchen. Today we're going to be going over my perfect every time roast chicken. And I say perfect every time because I made those mistakes that you don't have to make the chicken right and make sure it's done all the way, crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. So let's begin. If you haven't watched my recipes before, I like to pull in one of my kids to help me because we should be teaching our kids the art of cooking as well. So today, joining me is again Brielle, who's 5 and a great helper. Do you want to say hi again?
Hi.
So let's go over the tools we need, which are really only 2, to make the baked chicken. We have our covered baking dish, big enough to fit the chicken, and we have
Scissors.
Oh, she got to it before I did. Scissors, good job. And that's just to open up the chicken package. And that's all you need. So let's go over the ingredients we need for our roast chicken. Brielle's gonna help show us what ingredient is which as I go over how much we need. First, we have about 3 tablespoons worth of butter. Can you show them the butter? Good job. Next, we have pepper and salt. I like to use Himalayan sea salt. And then our celery salt. Can you hand me that too? The celery salt. One thing I'd like to mention is that I really think that all of these fast food chicken places have the secret recipe they're not allowed to show you. I think it's celery sea salt. It has that flavor and it's really good. So let me know if you think that I'm right in the comments below. Lastly, we have our chicken, organic as usual, because we want to make sure that what our animals are eating is good, because when we eat the animal, we're eating what they eat. So if they had any hormones or antibiotics or maybe pesticides in the grass and where they pasture or roam, if they're outside, we're taking all that in. So we want to make sure that our meat is as clean as possible. Now let's begin on our steps. Step 1 is preheating the oven, which is something I always forget to do, so I'm telling you now, preheat to 425. Then we are going to cut our chicken open and keep the juices. Keep it in the pan that you're putting it in. Woo! I'm making a mess here. I found the organ meats on the inside, so we are going to keep this. I'm gonna set this real quickly in the sink. We are going to keep the organ meats for broth after we've eaten our roast chicken, when we use the carcass as well, and some vegetables. Step 2, we are gonna use our paper towel to pat it down so that our butter will stick to the skin. We wanna make sure the drumsticks are up, a little wiggle there, and the wings are up. You can, now I am a simplest, I don't want to take too many steps. If you want to retain even more moisture, especially if you don't have a lid on top, you can wrap the legs together, maybe stuff the cavity with some herbs, some citrus to bring out that flavor. But today we're gonna do the simple, perfect roast chicken, and we're not gonna mess with any of that. This is gonna be quick, especially for those who have lots of kids who just need to get dinner in the oven. And that's that step. Step 1 was preheating. Step 2, we're gonna pat the chicken dry. Step 3 is going to be our seasoning. We are going to first start with the butter and we're gonna slather that all over. Brielle, would you like to hand me the butter, please?
I wanted to slide it all over.
Oh, I don't want you to have to wash your hands because we have to be very careful. So this is the fun part. Your kids can do it. Just make sure they wash their hands afterwards. And we are just going to rub it all over that chicken. It's like finger painting. Now that I washed my hands with the butter, we're just going to season liberally. Well, maybe not the pepper. You don't want that to be too spicy. But I've never found that I put too much salt on the outside. So salt that really well. and then the celery salt. And this is easy. It just takes a minute and then you stick it in the oven. All right. Now step 5 is we are going to put it in a preheated oven at 425 for 20 minutes and make sure it's uncovered. We're gonna crisp up that outside and seal in those juices first. It's been 20 minutes. So now we are going to just put the lid on, turn the oven down to 350, and for a 3 to 4 pound bird, you are going to cook it for another hour. For every pound after that, add on 5 minutes. Now our very last step is to let sit. Okay, I know that you want to dig in because it smells amazing, but if we let it sit covered for 15 minutes, that chicken can absorb all that moisture. Woo, fogged up my glasses. It is a gorgeous chicken. Time for question of the day, and Brielle is going to be the one asking you. Shoot.
What do you want with this chicken?
Put it in the comments below. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. You can check us out at pretty much any social media platform. Thank you for watching Health and Honesty Kitchen, and join us next time for another gut healthy recipe.